There was a man in 1519 who set sail on the final leg of a voyage that was to take him from the shores of Cuba to the Yucatan Peninsula. He had in his employ 500 soldiers, 100 sailors, 16 horses on 11 ships. And they were going to take the world's richest treasure. It was a treasure of gold and silver and artifacts, jewels that had been held by the same army for 600 years. Everybody knew about this treasure because army after army had tried to take it. Conqueror after conqueror had appeared with the forces and with the will to take this, but nobody had been able to do it. This guy, his name was Hernando Cortez, he was a conqueror, which, you know, to our way of thinking, this is a horrible thing. But back then, it was like a job description. You know, you could be a doctor, you could be a baker, you could be a conqueror. You know, there were courses in it. And little kids would grow up wanting to be. And so anyway, Cortez was a conqueror. But he was a little bit different in his approach because he knew that time after time, people had gathered armies and nobody knew. So he had to gather an army whose level of commitment was beyond that which ordinary people consider commitment. So rather than just sign them up, he talked to them beforehand. He talked to them about what the treasure was like and what their lives would be like when they took the treasure and what their families and their generations of lives would be like when they took the treasure and how they were going to take the treasure and why they were different and what would be like that moment that they put their hands on. And so he laid a vision out for these people, for these men. And then they set sail. Well, halfway through the voyage, he realized he had a problem because a lot of these people who were so certain turned into whiners. You know, I mean, halfway across, you know, Mr. Cortez, we're not sure we should be on this ship at this time. You know, it was amazing. You know, Cortez was like, and they got there. When they got there, they didn't just walk in and fight like conquerors had done in the past. He waited there on the beach. You know, he gathered everybody on the beach and he made them listen to talks about what the treasure was going to be like. And he brought somebody up to talk about what their children would grow up like and how the children would grow up in favor and in wealth because of what they had done. He laid that vision out for them. And then finally, the day came that they were going to march in and take the treasure. And they gathered around. And as they gathered around, they grew quiet. And they were ready for the speech. They knew that this would probably be the speech where Cortez says, you know, you go here, we'll go here. If the arrows start flying, meet me at this coconut stump. We're out of here. But what he said was 3 words that changed everything. As they quieted down, he leaned in and he said, burn the boats. And they said, excuse me? He said, burn the boats, torch the boats. And they burned their own boats at Cortez's direction. He said, if we're going home in their boats. Well, an amazing thing happened. They fought well. It was the first time it had ever been done. They took the treasure. They took it. First time in 600 years, and they took the treasure. Why? They had no choice. Take it or die. I mean, that was basically the choice. Take it or die. And I'm sure they considered that. Take it, die. I guess we'll take it. And they did. Boy, they took the treasure. And see, here's the thing. The question for us is, what is it in our lives that is still floating the excuses in our minds that's keeping us from getting what we say we want? What are the boats in our hearts and in our minds that we need to burn? Now, I know why a lot of people are scared to burn boats. And frankly, a lot of it has to do with personal feeling. A lot of people are scared to burn their boats because they know they'll get criticized if they do.
I think if people could really grasp the power of the internet, they would drop everything they're doing right now today and learn as much about it as they could. There's 1.5 billion users on the internet right now.
Hi, my name is Michael Forrest. Thanks for visiting my website. And as you can see, I'm in Paris, France right now, overlooking the Eiffel Tower. My wife and I are taking the next few months off, and we're going to travel all through Europe. We're hitting Spain next, then we're going to go down to Morocco, and we're going to see all of Northern Africa. That's what I love about this business, that it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you. I don't have to trade time for money or work my way up the corporate ladder like the average person is doing every single day. This business runs for me 24 hours a day, taps the largest market on the planet, 1.5 billion people in 100 different English-speaking countries. Got a powerful product line. I don't have to put out $1 million and invest in a brick-and-mortar business or a franchise and have to worry about headaches like employees and space, rent, inventory, insurance, liabilities, or any of those headaches. This business is automated, and that's what I love about this business. I average $80,000 a month with this very system that I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you how you can do exactly the same. But first, I'm going to log into my business bank account, my Bank of America bank account, and prove to you that this is a very real business with very real numbers. And Michael Forrest here again, wanted to do exactly what I said I would do, and I'm going to prove to you that this is a very real business with very real numbers. You're going to see something here that you don't see anywhere else online, frankly, because no one else can prove it. Because they're not telling you the truth. I'm one of the few that is, and I'm going to prove to you that it is very real. So hold on one second. I'm going to log into my business bank account at bankofamerica.com. I use my company name, Advertising Inc., which is a registered S Corp out of California. We'll log in there, show you the real profit and revenue generated with this powerful platform and model. Take a look at the statements. We'll jump around. For the last year or two, just random months, so you can see the overall averages. This model is 80% profit. I have no employees, I have no space, no rent, no inventory, no insurance, no liabilities, none of those headaches. It is one of the most powerful platforms I have seen on the internet and business model, and why it has consistently produced for me for the last 4 years, and I know it can do the same for you. We'll jump around to another month here. That one was $94,000. This one is $174,000. This was a great month. $174,795, 15 cents there. Revenue generated, as I said, 80% profit. And let's see here. We have another month here, $97,652.83. Kind of move through these quickly. Be mindful of the clock here. I know people's attention span is not very long, as is mine. $170,056.95 there. We'll jump around to another month there, the last 2 years. $84,803.64 there. And we'll do one more month here. You can see the overall average is about $101,000. I've averaged it out overall the last 4 years. $76,068.65 there. Very real numbers, very real business, and we are very real people. I'll prove that to you as well. Picture of my wife and I on our iPhoto here. And our baby girl, we just had her. She's about 7 months old already. I can't believe how quickly time flies here. Another picture. I'll show you. Whoops. That was Rome last year. We were in Dominican Republic for a couple of weeks. We had a nice little vacation down there. We were in Paris, France last year, as we are every year. Ibiza, Spain. We were over there for a couple of weeks, relaxing and enjoying a small island off of Spain. We were back over to Baja, below California there, doing some doing buggy ridings with a good friend of mine. And then we were in Arizona. Did some golfing with some of the boys, Marines. And then we have me in Venice last year, back in Monterey, California.
Hey guys, this is Dave Wood, and I'm actually talking to you right now out of my new house in Costa Rica with my gorgeous wife Ashley taking the camera. Love you, babe. Anyways, guys, I want to show you why you should do network marketing. Now, this is not a mansion, but here's the cool thing. I have got in this house, first of all, it's 1,900 square feet. In the back here, come here, baby. Just point the camera out there, and I don't know if it'll catch it. Back there is a river full of crocodiles that is totally awesome. It's protected land, an estuary. It goes on for acres and acres and acres. There's no houses or anything behind. Here, come this way, baby. Let's just show people. And out on this side of the property here, so we've got a crocodile river in the backyard, and over here in the front yard, we have got one of the most pristine, awesome oceans that I've ever seen in my entire life. And the cool thing is that we have the availability to build a business on the internet. You can literally work with people in every single country in the entire world, and you can do it profitably with very, very, very little or no money to start. A few months ago, I got started with like 200 bucks to my name. I've made like $95,000, and I'm living in Costa Rica. Look at me, I got my shorts on, my hair's huge. I'm not professional by any stretch of the imagination, but look what I've done. And so, come on, come this way. I'm actually gonna take you out here. So. What I want you to think of is I want you to think of how awesome it would be to live in this. Look at this. You ever wanted to drink out of a coconut on the beach, making like 20 or 30,000 a month? Huh? Check this out. Coconuts. You just pull them right out of the trees. Got 2 coconuts now for later. This is awesome, guys. And the cool thing is I did this in like 4.5 months. I mean, think of what you could do. Seriously, take a look at your life. You know, are you making the money you want to make? Are you living the dream? You know, 4.5 months ago when I got started in my business, I told my wife, go to work, babe, and just let me do this full time. In 4.5 months, look what I was able to do. And I credit that to her. My wife is really awesome. But guys, okay. Now I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but babe, you gotta focus the camera this way, okay?
I can see the ocean.
Guys, check this out. Are you gonna come join me in freaking Costa Rica?